Hello, it is Carrie Murphy with InspiredLiving.tv, and I am super excited to be sharing with you today how to use video to instantly grow your business. And if you're not currently using video, then the results really will be instant because 8 out of 10 views online are video. And I just read a statistic today that said in 2017, 75% of all views online will be video. So I know that you are a gladiator. I know that you are a global leader. I know because you are part of Allison Bird's amazing circle that you want to have a business and brand that influences and changes lives. But how do you do that? It's so easy to say, I'll do video later. That's too much. I'm going to stick with what I know. I'm going to speak, I'm going to do my newsletter and my blogs. But I am telling you that when you start using video effectively, you will see your business, your brand, and your income as a result grow in ways you probably didn't even realize. I have been a TV host for over 20 years and an entrepreneur for just about the same amount of time. And I have really cultivated this business and built something that is truly authentic to who I am. And video is a big way that I get the message out there. And I teach my clients how to use video authentically and effectively. See, it's easy to press record. What's not so easy is to know what to say and how to say it. So today I'm going to share with you some really simple tips, again, that will teach you how to use video to instantly grow your business. And the first one, and the one that's probably the scariest, is to let go of the need of being perfect. When is the last time you said to yourself, oh, I really want to work with that person. They are so perfect. You probably haven't. Because actually, if you see someone that shows up too perfect, we have a tendency to bash them. We have a tendency to say, who are they to show up so perfect? They seem unrelatable. They're at the top of the mountain that you don't know quite how to reach. And so think about how you show up. Are you your true, most authentic self? Are you speaking from your heart? Do you know who you're talking to? And that's going to be something we're going to dive into here in a minute. But this need to be perfect, to press record and everything that we say is perfect, is truly paralyzing you and your brand from reaching the people that you want them to. I always say the P in perfection stands for poison. So think about really what attributes and characteristics you have that make you you. Are you funny? Are you goofy? Are you glamorous? Are you street smart? Are you worldly? Like, what makes you you? And put the spotlight on that. Be unapologetic for who you are, because the more genuine you are on camera, the more people will connect with you. We have all seen those people, right, that show up and speak so perfectly, right? I've been a television host. I know how to do that. But we don't connect and relate to people who are perfect. So tip number 1 is to get over being perfect. Throw it out the window. There's no such thing. The more you are on camera and in your brand, the more people will like you or not like you. And that's okay. You don't have to reach everyone. You just have to reach the people that need you most. And like attracts like. So if you're showing up truly authentic in your space, you are more likely to attract the people that you love to work with and will have a great time working with as well. So that was tip number 1. Get over this need of being perfect on camera. The second tip, and I think this is so important because most people press record and they have no idea who they're talking to. They're so wrapped up in what they're saying and what they look like. And oh my gosh, I don't know who I'm talking to. And actually, you think you're talking to millions of people. But the key, my friend, is to speak to that one person who needs you most. The one person. So go back to your ideal client exercise, both their demographic and their psychographic. Psychographic meaning, what do they want? What's important to them? Demographic, where do they live? How much do they make? Do they have a family? Speaking to someone who is 18 is very different than speaking to someone in their 40s. Speaking to a mom is different than speaking to someone who's not, right? So knowing your audience, knowing that one person will help you reach so many others. You want people to watch your videos and go, oh my gosh, she or he, you're talking to me, right? How does she know who I am? That's the biggest compliment I ever get, is when my friends call me or people message me on Facebook and they're like, stop talking to me. Because I'm so clear with who I'm talking to. I'm talking to someone who wants to make a bigger difference. I'm talking to someone who knows that they have a gift and doesn't know how to get it out there. I'm talking to smart, successful, savvy entrepreneurs who are committed to making some sort of global change. That could be one person, by the way, who just doesn't know how to reach those people in the masses. So I speak to that person. Who are you speaking to? Get singular. Speak to that one person, because when you speak to one, you will reach many. Now, smaller. See, every time I look away, I break rapport with you. So do not memorize anything. Just know your bullet points. I would say, and I teach this, and I'll talk about this more at the live event here coming up, but you want to get really clear on your bullet points. Who you're talking to, what you're going to say, why you're going to say it, and what's next for them. And again, I'll go over this in much more detail when we work together. But again, to get off script, that is the third key here, is to get over being perfect, know who you're talking to, and then get off script. See, when you're scripted, you go back to being perfect. So know your bullet points and be very clear on what your content is and what you want them to do next. Always have a call to action. Always, always, always. And that could be something as simple as post a comment below, or share this with someone, or let me know if this impacted you or resonated with you. That's a call to action. It could be download my free gift, go to my website. But people, a lot of people are just followers. And that's, again, no judgment there, but if you don't tell them what to do next, they're going to click off and say bye-bye. So get off script and always have a call to action so they know what to do next. Because too, when you ask them to do something, they're excited about your video. They just got some great content from you and they want to take the next step. So what is it? So before you press record, know from the very beginning what you want them to do at the end. All right, the next tip, and something that, again, I work with a lot of people on, is having some sort of strategy. What is the point of putting up one video and saying, okay, I did it, I'm done? When you're looking at growing your business, we all have a business plan, or we should. We have a strategy, we have a marketing plan. And I would highly encourage you to sit down by yourself or with one team member or your whole team and really look at, what is my video strategy? Where am I going to put my videos? Are they going to be on YouTube, Facebook, Periscope, Snapchat? I mean, it could go on and on and on. And my recommendation is that you just choose 3 outlets and start from there. It can be very overwhelming to think about all the different ways we can get our content out online. So I want you to narrow it down to 3 and think about, again, your ideal client. Where do they hang out? Where are they going to be most? And just start there. So you want to have a strategy and you want to be consistent. With branding and marketing these days, everyone is a speaker, a coach, an author. So how do you possibly penetrate all the noise online? How do you get through the muck? How do you get through all the people to reach your ideal client? Well, the key is video, absolutely, without a doubt. But more importantly, it's consistency across the board. Do you know your marketing message? When I work with you, I have a 2-day on camera training and we go through, what is your marketing message? What is that thing? We have many messages, but you don't see Toyota doing a video marketing all their vehicles at one time. No, you see them choose a vehicle, talk to a specific demographic and psychographic, and get that message out consistently. Doesn't matter how big your brand is, the same is true for you. So you want to be consistent with your strategy. So again, what does that look like? I want you to think about, what are you doing for the year? What's happening in the world? There's a lot happening right now. Where can you tie in your videos to a bigger message, which is a huge key when it comes to SEO and titles? When you could put together catchy phrases and titles, especially when things are happening right now in the world. Again, there's a lot to talk about. You don't have to be political, you don't have to be religious, but you can certainly stand for something. And that brings me to my final tip here, which is, again, what's going to make you rise above the muck and really get people to take notice, is to stand for something bigger than you, about reaching through the camera lens into the heart and the mind of the person watching. So when we get over ourselves, we get over being perfect, we don't have a script, we have our bullet points, right? We have a clear strategy and we're consistent. When you look at who you are as a brand, what do you stand for? What's important to you? How are you disrupting the marketplace? I love Allison very much. And you know what I love so much about her is what she stands for. I love, see, I'm breaking rapport here. I love that she is through and consistent with everything that she does. She is true to her, and you love her or you don't, but she is bold and unapologetic and takes a stand for what matters for her. Same thing has to go with you. How are you a disruptor? Because if you're vanilla, people will pass you by. But if you're chocolate with a little bit of sprinkles and crunch and honey and O's and whatever else, people will love it or not. And that's what you want your tribe to make a decision. See, it's okay that not everyone likes you. It's not your job here on earth to be liked. It's your job to make an impact. It is your job to do what you're here to do. It is your job to get your message out and your services out to transform as many people as possible. So, how are you showing up in the world? What colors represent you? What's your logo? What's your website? What do you stand for? And that is part of your video package as well. It's your intro, it's your outro, it's your graphics. We call those bumpers. You really want to think about, how am I shaking up this world? What do you stand for? I would love to share more with you, so you can head over to inspiredliving.tv/free gift. And actually, I have an online training, and I'm going to gift you Module 1 that really helps you unleash your own it factor, what makes you stand out, and how to get your message out to the people who need you most. I hope this was helpful. I cannot wait to see you in person. Allison Bird, you are amazing. Keep rocking it, sister, and I will see you next time.